Hi guys, it's Jen and I'm back with another Inspired by video with Juliet and Jen. My daughter's here sitting with me and she wants to say hi. Hi. That's Malia. Anyway, today we are being inspired by each other. So I am creating a layout inspired by Juliet and she is creating a layout inspired by me. So that'll be fun. So I just wanted to share with you what I'm starting with before I put you on fast forward. So Juliet almost always, I think she always does, starts a layout on a white sheet of cardstock and then she mats it with a piece of colored cardstock or another piece of cardstock. And so I am starting out that way. I'm using these two photos and I'm going to crop them to be the same size because it seems like Juliet uses a lot of similarly sized photos when she uses multiples. And then I'm just pulling bits and pieces from my scraps and I'm going to layer them all up in the center, make a cluster with these photos, and keep it all centered to the cluster. So I'll go ahead and put you on fast forward now.
So like I mentioned, I'm going to start by cutting this photo down, and so both photos are about 4 by 4. I'll end up trimming them down even a little bit more. I'm also going to start with this white cardstock, and I'm just trimming a 1/4 inch off, or maybe it's a 1/2 inch. I'm trimming a 1/2 inch off each side so that I'll have a 1/4 inch mat all the way around. I'm aligning my photos so that there's a little fish sitting on the side of the pool, the edge of the pool, that I didn't want showing up, and so I'm just going to overlap the photos. And I basically went through my scraps and chose all of the papers that would match that poolside sticker sheet right there. So that's from the Crepe Paper Poolside collection, and this paper that I'm cutting now is also from the Poolside collection. It had a torn edge on the bottom and I wanted to keep that because I liked the way it looked. The rest of the papers are just random papers from my stash, and a lot of them aren't available anymore, but if any of them are, I will be sure to link to them below as well as over on my blog. And one thing that Juliet does really well is tight layers. She'll put lots of layers around her photos. And I really like that look because she leaves a lot of white space around the rest of the layout, and so it just looks really nice. So I'm just layering up a bunch of different papers. I really love that polka dot paper with the text inside the polka dots. I'm going to put that on the outsides. And I've got a mixture of creams and whites and blues and pinks. Like I said, I picked all of the scraps based on that Poolside collection sticker sheet because my photos matched it fine. They're mostly blue and there's lots of blue in those stickers, so I was kind of able to be a little bit free when picking out the colors, which I love because then I can just use all of the products that I'm dying to use. So I'm kind of holding the layers in place as I tack them down with just some American Crafts This to That dot adhesive, and I'm just being conscious when I'm adhering the layers of making them like the corners end on an interesting place. So none of the layers like match up horizontally or vertically. They're all of the corners poke out at different levels, if that makes sense. Here's where I decide to trim down my photos a little bit, and I'm just cutting, to start with, I'm cutting off a 1/4 inch off of each side, and I'll actually end up cutting off about 1/8 of an inch more. Oh, I already did that. Okay, so, and I'm just mounting it on some white cardstock. I just wanted them to pop out a little bit. I find that adding the white really draws your eye into it because it's a little bit jarring against other colors. So that's why I mount my photos on white quite often. It just really helps them pop off the page. So I just put adhesive on both of them and laid them down together. And now I'm deciding that I want to add a little bit of yellow into my layers, so I'm going to cut this small piece in half. And this is something Juliet's really great at, is taking a tiny piece of paper and making it look like it's large because she'll cut it in half and stretch it across the layers. And I've done that before too, and I really like the way that you can get that. So these little scraps, I used hardly any paper. I think I could scrap with my scraps forever, and I don't have very many scraps because if you just use them simply like this, then you can stretch them really far. I'm taking that sticker that says pool and I'm using my EK Success powder tool to take the sticky off the back so I can move it around. I know I want to use it, but I'm not quite sure where yet. And so now I've left you to go get some thickers. I'm just going to pull out I pulled out a variety of options, and I'm not sure exactly what I want to use, but I'm thinking about using these bright pink alphabet thickers, and I can't remember what the font is called, Print Shop or something like that, and I'll make sure to link to them if they're available. And my title is going to be Arizona Winter. So these are some photos at the pool. We went to Arizona for my uncle's funeral in January, and the condo that we stayed at had a pool, and we live in Utah where we get really cold winters, and so we just weren't used to being able to swim in the winter. So that's what this is about. And I like using a title like that you're looking at pool photos and you see the word winter and you're like, what? So it kind of draws people in to have them read the journaling. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that stuck down. I'm overlapping the photo slightly. I like to do this quite often with my titles because it just ties everything together. When you overlap things, it really makes them feel like they belong together. So just using those small tile letter stickers came from the Crepe Paper Poolside sticker sheet. And I'm also going to put a little thing at the bottom that says at the, and use it with the sticker that says pool. So it's kind of Arizona Winter at the pool. I pulled off this border sticker that has some plus signs on it, and I'm going to try it out in a lot of different places. I just am having trouble finding where it can tuck into the layers and show nicely. I'll actually end up putting it at the top, but I'm going to adhere my layers down first. So I decide to kind of place that whole group of the photos and the layers to the bottom left, or to the bottom right a little bit. I'm also going to use this little fun sticker up at the top, and it's yellow and it's cute, and I'm just pulling off a few things. I didn't have to think too hard about this. Really, most of the embellishments that I used came from the sticker sheet, and it was kind of nice to just pull from that. Added that sticker that says so much fun to the top of my photo, and I'm going to use this camera. I decided to pop it up on some thin foam tabs here, and just going to commit. So I wasn't going to move everything around so many times. I just kind of committed to some things. So I thought that was good. This layout only took me about half an hour, which was really good for me. So I know I need to bring some pink down to that bottom area, and I don't know what to use. So I'm looking through some of my embellishments. I found these, I got these embellishments from Heidi Swapp, some brand new ones at Michael's. I haven't seen them online anywhere yet, but there's some cute puffy stickers. If you've been following along with her this week on her Instagram and stuff, she's been showing some of these products in her posts. But I'm just using some puffy stickers, and they're really cute. And I'm just using a pink striped one. So that's how I'm going to bring that dark pink down to the bottom of the layout. And I really like the way that looks. And I'm also going to pop up the word pool on the foam tabs. And I'll end up, my daughter made a card for her cousin, so she was showing me that. We went to a really cool Star Wars birthday party today. Anyway, besides the fact. So these are some Teresa Collins stickers. They are from her photo gallery line, I guess. And I got those at Joann's. And that I put that happy sticker above the word swim, so it's just a gold foil happy. I just placed it directly down. After I photograph this and after I film it, I end up popping it up so I could have a few different things popped up on the layout. I'm adding some enamel dots now. I'm just going through some random bits. I have been determined lately to use up my large enamel dots because I have such a hard time using them. So I used 2 large pink ones. I'm going to add some little of this. It's kind of like a greenish color. It matches that greenish aqua really well. Those are from Close to My Heart. And then I'm also adding another pink one from Close to My Heart as well. So I used both the aqua and the flamingo dots from Close to My Heart. And then one yellow enamel dot that was just kind of, it was the only one. And I'm just trying to see if there's anything else from the sticker sheet I want to add. I thought about that sun, but it just didn't quite work anywhere. I do end up adding Splish Splash sticker. And I think that's pretty much going to complete the embellishment. I'm going to do my journaling really quickly. And I'm just writing what I told you before about how we're not used to being able to swim outdoors in the wintertime. So it was kind of fun to be able to do that. So just a really small memory, but a kind of fun thing that I wanted to capture here. And I'm using my favorite Black Muji pen. And then there's a little space where that yellow paper ends and my journaling goes a little bit past it and it's bugging me. It's this trapped space. So I'm going to stamp the date there, which is January 2015. And I used some Old Rose ink from Prima, chalk ink. And then I'm just adding a little bit of Gold Color Shine, the Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine. I decided to add a couple of staples to the top of that So Much Fun tab, and then to bring it into one more area, I stapled the swim down. The staples are silver, but I don't care because there's gold and silver on the page. It doesn't bother me. So now I'm going to audition a bunch of different cardstocks for my background. I don't have tons of cardstock, so I'm just trying to find what will work best for me. Eventually, I will find a light aqua colored paper, there it is, that works perfectly. So I'll just mount that down, and that is going to complete my layout. So I hope that you've enjoyed that, and I hope that you'll check out Juliet's take on me. And if you have any questions, just leave me a comment below. And I'll link all available products in the video description, as well as over on my blog, CraftyJenScout.com, where I'll have much more information, as well as links to the other places you can find me online. I'll also leave a link to Juliet's channel here on YouTube. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.